So what is the challenge? What is our new mantra? We call it the Real Switch Challenge. What do you think that means? What are we switching from? Synthetics to what? To real food. Does that make sense? I mean, do you have to have a PhD in biochemical science to understand that we want to just switch from synthetic to real food? Now, today I'm not going to go into all of our technologies and everything else, but I just want you guys to understand this is what we're trying to do. And it's a challenge. And some people kind of, a challenge. I don't know, that sounds a little harsh. Folks, this is about life and death. We better be challenging ourselves and others to switch. Knowing what you know today about the tobacco business, would you want your friend's family to switch from smoking to not smoking? If you love them, right? Would you just be nonchalant about it? Oh, it's okay, I mean, no, you're going to tell them, listen, you're really doing yourself some harm. Now, I'm not getting after smokers. If you smoke, that's your business. I'm just saying, it's one of those things. I mean, that's why the cigarette packs today have pictures of dead people on it. If you can't get the message from that, I don't know what else is going to get a message from. Okay? Now, let's think about the competitive landscape in our business. It's been the last 10 years, this concept of single products with a dynamic story, exotic berries from the Amazon. It makes for a good story. Remember, stories sell. Facts just tell, but stories sell. And these guys understood that don't try to be scientific about it. Just make it look like a bottle of wine, and everybody will like it. It's sexy. Did it sell? Absolutely. I mean, we call it Pulp Fiction only because when we did the studies and we sent this to a third-party laboratory, and said, does this stuff has anything in it? Welch grape juice had more vitamins than this thing, and it cost 1/10 the price. Folks, it's amazing what good marketing will do. But guess what? We realize we need to take a page out of their story, and you look around and you see what's working, and then imitation is not a bad thing. And that's exactly what we did. Now, folks, you know the story of our products, right? Amber Toast, a new discovery, an amazing gift brought to humanity, I believe. Changed hundreds of thousands, millions of people's lives have been changed because of this product. Okay, it spawned a whole new industry called Glyconutrients, which is something we own and very proudly. So we went from that to another Amber Toast, and then we had the AO product, which is an antioxidants, 5 years of testing and retesting until we came out with what we believe is the best antioxidant in the industry. And later on, we came out with another product, Phytomatrix, which is of vitamins and minerals, the only one I know in the world hydroponically created from a special plant, so you get 100% of all the minerals from a plant. Folks, I sold vitamins for 28 years. I thought it was the Cadillac of all vitamins. I went to the farms in California where they grow the alfalfa, how they cut it at 5 o'clock in the morning because that's when it has the highest potency. They have Egyptians worms in a soil so they don't have to use a lot of fertilizers, so something to aerate the soil. They have these little insects that go around and eat the bacteria so they don't have to use pesticide. I was proud of this product. And for 28 years, I had no clue that in order to make it reach the RDA values, they had to put 50% of it was synthetic. For 28 years, I sold it, honest to goodness, like it's 100% natural. I went to the farms. I saw it. But half of it was synthetic. But half of it being synthetic was better than the other ones that were 100% synthetic. You guys get it? Right? And then I come to Mannatech, and this thing is 100% real food. I just went nuts. First of all, I was upset that for 28 years I lied to everybody. I wasn't proud of that, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I was sold, the idea that it was all, all real, all organic, and all this and all that. This was the only product. This is somebody who's been on this thing for 28 years. So I went from the Cadillac of the industry to the Bentley of the industry. Right? It doesn't get better than that, right? So we've had, these products, by the way, how many of you are taking these products right now? I just want you to know, you're taking the very best of the best of the best. This is the elite. It doesn't get better than this. Why do people stop taking this product? Huh? If it's that good, why do people stop taking it? What's the problem? Huh? Affordability. Because you do understand, if you're going to get the best of the best of the best, how many of you expect to buy a Bentley at the same price as a BW? Right? You don't expect that. It's different. But we knew that, you know what? For those people who can afford to take this is the best thing you can possibly take. It doesn't get any better than that. And over the years, we've been able to pull together a small group, about 100,000 people worldwide, who take these products. Actually, 200,000. 200,000. 200,000 out of 6 billion people. What does that tell you? There's a huge market out there that we're missing. I'm making a point to you. This is a very important point, because when we start thinking about the positioning of Nutriveris, the product I'm going to share with you here in a minute, our new product that we're launching, it's not that Nutriveris just replaces all these products. Just please don't think that all of a sudden we figured out a way to put all these 4 products in one thing and now you can have it for half the price. That's impossible. That's not what we did. Okay, an iPad is not a computer. But for most people, they don't need a computer. They need an iPad. If all you're going to do is check email and put pictures on Facebook, you don't need an iPad. If you want to do spreadsheets and other things, you need a computer. So Apple understood value innovation means that you're going to give the masses what they need, and what you're going to do is you're going to graduate them from that to what? To the computer. Now, first people say, you're crazy. You're going to cannibalize your business. You're going to lose your computer business. Do you realize Apple sells more computers now than they used to? Because people fell in love with the technology. It started with the iPhone. Actually, what was before the iPhone? What was that? iPods. iPods to iPhone. iPhone to iPad. People fell in love with the brand, so they will continue to upgrade in the brand. Right? Does that make sense? Steve Jobs was not saying, you don't need a computer anymore. No, they want to sell computers. But they know there's a much bigger market at a $500 price point than there is at an $1,800 price point. That's what they did. Did it work? Did it work or did it work? So I want you guys to understand what Mannatech has done is we've really been really smart about what we call value innovation. Because if we have 200,000 people who take our products every day, these products, and there's 6 billion who are not taking it, and then we have probably 500,000 people over the last 17 years who have taken our products, who have enjoyed some good results with it, but who have stopped taking the products. 500,000 people. I'm sure you see some of them on your reports every month. It's called Zero. White box. A lot of white box out there. We've accumulated a ton of white box in 17 years. It's a sad commentary, frankly, that for lack of money, people cannot make the right choices for their lives. That's a sad commentary. I'll tell you that right now. So we decided we got to do two things. Number one, create a product that everybody can afford. Everybody. A product that can compete with any other. Now remember, there's 500 million people in the world today who take a supplement every single day. 500 million. This is not a market you have to go create. This is a market that exists right now. How many of those people are taking Mannatech today? 200,000 out of 500 million. And all we have to do is what? Switch them. And we have a product that is very price competitive that makes the switching easier. It's an entry-level product that will make that switching process easier. And then on top of that, we said, but you know what we're going to do even more than that is we're going to give you, Sean, the ability to get these products for free. Now, it doesn't get better than that, right? Free, I mean, we won't pay you to take our products, but we'll give it to you for free. Is that a good deal? Okay, now let's look at what's in Nutriveris. Number one, 6 years in the making, real value innovation. It's the world's first nutritional supplement that provides standardized and nutritionally effective levels of essential nutrient from real food sources. 100% real food at a price point that competes with the synthetic junk that people are buying every day today. Would you allow me to call it junk? I'm not offending anybody when I say that, because that's how I feel about it. As doctors used to say, all you get is expensive urine. And they were right. I used to hate when they said that. For 28 years, I hated when they said, well, all it's going to do is give you expensive urine. Today, I know they're right. I did not know that then. So what did we do? We basically took the best of the best of the best of all the technologies, the 70 patents that we have, and we combined it together. So we still have glyconutrients. I mean, you would expect that. Now, I want to make a distinction. There's people who take ambertose because they have a health situation that's been compromised. And it's okay to talk about that. People think, well, we shouldn't be talking to sick people anymore. Of course we do. Who needs it more than anybody else? Who's the most motivated customer we have is a sick person. All we have to do is make sure we don't go in there and say, I'm going to guarantee you that it's going to cure you. That's what we don't say. Right? Otherwise, who is the best customer for our ambertose product in large quantities? Everyone, but especially somebody who's got a health issue. Now, for the normal person who doesn't have a health issue, would you think that 4 capsules a day of ambertose would be just fine? Remember, the rest of the world doesn't get nothing. So for somebody who's okay, 4 capsules is good. For somebody who's got a health issue, they need more, which is why the bulk ambertose is still necessary. Now, for me, I take heaps of it because if a little bit is good, a lot must be better. That's how I feel. Okay? Then we have antioxidants. We took the most potent pieces of the AO and we extracted it and we said, okay, that we're going to put into Nutriveris. And then we have all the vitamins and minerals from Phytomatrix without some of the cofactors. Again, remember, we didn't just take 4 products, made it into one, and sold it for half the price. That's not possible. Can't be done. But we took some of the best part of all these pieces, and also because there was a lot of duplication. What's in AO? Ambertose. So if I already got ambertose here, I don't need ambertose there. So we don't have to put the ambertose, we just put the antioxidants. So we combine that. Now, the bottom part is interesting. It's called a real food base. A real food base. I kind of think of it as the filler. But let's look at what's in the filler. Well, we know about standardized glyconutrients, but let's look at the filler. What's in the filler? Organically grown fruits and vegetables. Good stuff? I mean, you can read all the different vitamins, the different fruits and vegetables. We put that in there as a base, and then we threw something else in there called stabilized rice bran. Now, being Portuguese, I've eaten rice all my life, and it was kind of strange. What about rice? What's this rice bran thing? Well, there's actually something about the rice bran. If you're writing, please write S as in Sam, R as in Robert, B as in boy. Google it. Stabilized rice bran. Google it. You're going to be amazed what that does for a human being. Okay? Now, this technology is about 6 years old. Because, see, what we did, humans, we're really funny creatures. We took something that was really good called rice with all the stuff on the outside, and we mill it so we get rid of all the stuff on the outside so we get only the white part in the inside. Where do you think the nutrition is? On the outside. Do you realize that Asians for thousands of years ate the rice complete until the Europeans came to China and showed them how to mill the rice and created beriberi, a disease. People started dying of beriberi after we switched, because this was, we were modernizing the process. Sometimes the solution has more problems than the actual problem. Let me tell you what's the problem with rice bran was the bran is so rich in nutrients, it will go rancid in 2 days. It's hard to keep it around. That's why, in order to preserve it so it would last longer, they get rid of all that and they give it to the animals. By the way, a horse will not eat rice bran after 48 hours because it's already bad. So they feed it to the animals, so the animals are pretty healthy, and we are going to the doctors. It's ironic, isn't it? But we do this to ourselves all the time. Every time human beings try to do something that God designed differently, we get ourselves in trouble. And that's what happened here. Folks, if you go through the list of what's in that rice bran, it's impressive. From phytosterols, omega-3s, it's got potassium, it's got calcium, it's got magnesium, it's got phosphorus, it's got vitamin B, it's got vitamin E, 100 antioxidants and metabolic cofactors in this rice bran. When I was in Mexico, there's a company in Mexico called Exacta who created a direct selling company that does close to $100 million strictly on the rice technology. They made a business just from the rice. It's a filler in our product.